Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, giving double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to brothers pushing his truth and sincerity, and the Bob above. To Brother Apostle Dash coming to giving another lesson. All right, talking about faith. Because according to Hebrews, the 11th chapter, faith is what? Faith is the substance of things not seen, but hoped for, right? So faith, meaning you believe in something without having physical hard proof. For example, I don't have a piece of paper that tells me the day that Yahweh Shai gonna return. I don't have an instruction list that the Lord is going, who the elect is. I don't have a physical piece of paper telling me these things. Now, we do have the scriptures, right, that give us the sign of the times and things of that nature, but there's no piece of paper that says, all right, on March 22nd, the Lord coming back. No, we don't have physical proof of that stuff. It ain't like we can make a phone call to the Lord like, hey, can you tell everybody? Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen like that, right? Because you gotta have faith. Faith is the substance of things not seen but hoped for. So when I tell you about the last days, you supposed to be in your head like, man, I just hope that's real. Because if you're in the right spirit, you don't want to live here. The Lord will make you hate your life here just so you can want the kingdom even more. Just think about it. If you're having a good time here, you ain't going to care about getting the kingdom. You're like, hey, I'm already living, right? That's why men of the Lord are always going through something. On top of that, it's to afflict us. It's to help us grow, all right? It's to help us keep us in the right spirit. That's why the scriptures talk about, taking long suffering, right? They talk about how the affliction is although while it's happening, roughly paraphrasing, it don't seem good, afterward it bears fruit, right? So if I told you got to go through something to receive faith, you would say yes, because, you getting something out of it. But that's the thing about faith itself. You got to believe that you're going to get something out of it. You got to believe the Lord not just putting you through stuff just to put you through it out of his amusement. Because really, honestly, the Lord don't even like to put us through stuff. He just have to. That's our Heavenly Father, and he helping us grow, right? And you got to have the faith that that's true. You got to have the faith that one day this will all be over. You got to have faith that, one day you're going to be a king. You're going to be a princess in the kingdom of heaven, all right, ruling, having your way, eating when you feel like it, praising the Lord when you feel like it, living how you like. If you want to live on the ocean, you can live on the ocean. You want to live on the mountain, you can live on the mountain. You got to have faith that these things is going to come to pass. You got to have faith that the chariots is going to come back and beam us up. You got to have faith that the missiles going to blow this place up, turn it into a desert. Right? These are the things you got to have faith of. All right, this is Mark 11:24. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. All right? When you pray for something, you got to believe that the Lord gonna give it to you. All right, because that shows faith. The Lord, he likes a man of faith. If you believe on the Lord, he don't have no problem with rewarding you. But if you plan and then 1 second later you like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna get that one, but we'll see. You got to be like, hey, I pray, I put the work in, the Lord, he gonna bless me. You got to believe that you're gonna receive. All right, you pray that you are part of the elect, right? You pray to get saved out of Babylon when things get to going left, right? And you got to believe in that. You got to believe that the Lord is gonna deliver you. All right, because you got niggas in the world believing in the kingdom of heaven, but it's easy to believe in the kingdom of heaven. A place where you get what you want when you want. You're a king. Everybody hope for that, but it's when the going get rough. Who gonna keep believing when I told you you was a king, but here it is, you in a 600-foot apartment and you behind on rent. Who gonna keep believing then, right? This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Like I said earlier, it's literally self-explanatory. It's the thing, faith is literally the things you hope for that you can't prove with physical evidence. I can't prove to you with physical evidence that Yahweh Shai is real. But guess what? I have faith that that man walked the earth roughly 2,000 years ago, died on that cross, and he brought us into the grace period, and we were no longer under the law. I believe that's real. Now, can I dig up Yahweh Shai's body? No, because it's not here. Can I dig up and find the cross where they nailed him and in the exact spot? No, me myself, I cannot do that. I can't physically prove to you that these things really happen. What I can do is show you my faith and that I believe that these things happen. And another thing about faith, all right, we have faith that what's in the scriptures is real. But you have scoffers, and according to 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, there shall be scoffers coming in the last days after their own lust. So we prepare for that. All right. But like I was saying, you got people saying we trust in the white man's book. First off, it's not the white man's book, it's the Israelite man's book. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native and Seminole Indian, the so-called black man, the so-called Indian, the so-called Latino. This is our book. This is our history book. From Northern Kingdom all the way to Southern Kingdom, and vice versa. It's not the white man's book. Second off, all right, you niggas, you read the newspaper, you watch CNN News, you watch ABC, Good Morning America, or you get on your phone and you look things up, and you believe that. Did not another man write that? Did not another man give his own opinion on that? In the scriptures, it talk about how the Lord, he wrote all of this. He just had it physically written by somebody who's physically in the flesh. And I have faith that that's how it really happened. All right, say, for we walk by faith and not by sight. That's 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. And that's true. Like I said, we live in the shadow of the valley of death. Ain't no telling what'll happen to you. But I have faith every morning that I wake up that I'm good. I wake up and, of course, humbly, I'm not just walking around with pride with my chest all out, with a smile on my face, like I'm good. I don't care what nobody say. No, I'm not walking around like that. I'm actually walking around humbly as I can, because the Lord can take you out at any moment. It's all fun and games. So you're driving next to a cement truck and you don't know if the Lord about to squish you up or if it's just going, to do his daily job. This is James chapter 1, verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. All right, a wave in the sea is tossed left, right, up, down, side to side. It's all over the place. You don't know where it's at, right? But when you ask something in faith and you don't waver, that means you solid, you solidify. Your mind is you like a train. You on one track, moving forward on that thought. You got your mind to it. You putting effort to it. You believing in it. This is Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith, all right, without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And that's why a lot of Jakes or Israelites are not going to be saved because they don't believe. Or you got Israelites that read the scriptures all day long. You got Israelites that know the name of the Lord, but they don't believe on it. Jake want a physical copy. He wanna call the Lord up on his iPhone and ask the Lord if this really gonna happen. Jake wanted the simplest version, but it's not like that. The Lord sending his prophets, and if you can't understand, you can't get with it. All right, I hope that was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kadash, giving double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to Brother Pushing in truth and sincerity and Abad Babul.